Okay, this is video 9 on the backpack. I believe we'll be done in 10 videos, but this is 9, and this is the last step we have to do before we make the straps. And in this step, you're not going to be stitching, you're going to be pinning. You take your piece of fabric that is for the bottom, and you're going to be doing this right sides together, which means I have already turned the entire big bag section inside out, and I have placed the right side of the bottom against the right side of the jeans, like that. And what I've done is centered the fabric, the bottom piece, in the hole that is the bottom. And to do that, fold your bottom piece in half, find the center, place it at either your front or your back seam, in fact both of them, and then on the short sides do the same thing. Fold them in half, find the center, and then pin them to what were the side seams of the pants. So at this point you have right sides together and the bottom. Now this is what's called easing in. So, and you know that you need to keep those 4 pins in to keep everything in place. And then you're going to take a bunch more pins, and you're just going to pin these 2 pieces together all the way around, so that you end up, and you can see, like, I cut a rectangular bottom, but I'm not going to need that corner piece really. And when we do go ahead and stitch this, you will see that what you really have to watch for is that you catch both edges when you stitch this, but I don't think that'll be a problem with a 5/8 inch seam allowance. But for now, so that little corner on the 4 corners is going to hang over, and so you go through and you pin the rest of the bottom to the bag top. And if you want to double check, you can, when you get all the pinning done, you can flip it right side out and make sure it looks right, which you can do at any time prior to stitching anyway. I mean, it's a good way to check what you're doing, especially when you do more advanced sewing with like linings and different things. It's always good to turn your project to the right side while it's pinned to make sure that you've done it correctly. It's just something to remember. So when you get the whole bottom pinned like that, and both of the wrong sides are what's exposed, you can turn it right side out just to double check that you have it lined up correctly, and then just set it aside, because when we get the straps done, we'll be putting the straps into those this seam before sewing them, and that way all the excess end of the strap will be in here and not showing on the outside of the bag. And I think we'll be able to cover that in video 10.